This episode is brought to you by FIFACoinsBuy.com. Use the code BUCKS to get 10% off your Ultimate Team coins. And G2A.com for the best cheap games. Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to a fourth season of the Leeds United Career Mode episode, and we are still continuing on strong in the BPL. We were able to qualify for Champions League last season after a terrific end of the season. On top of that, we've also had some new transfers come and join us, a couple of pre-contract players, and we'll be going through them in a second. But before we move on, guys, I just thought I'd let you know that, as you can see right there, it's just conveniently come up, some of those transfers that we've gotten. It's just strengthened the team so much that I have never really, I don't think I've actually ever had a squad as strong as this in a J-Bucks Medal Road to Glory career mode before ever. From what it was to what it is now, with the plays that we have, I genuinely think that we now have legitimate reason to really go for some of these competitions. Whether it be Premier League, any cup competition, or Champions League that we are now involved in, the team that we have, I think now legitimizes any success we have in any of those competitions. But let's just go through the starting 11 and the whole team. So, we've still got Silvestri in goal. He's still a decent rating, but again, he's been very, very disappointing last season, but he's still polled a couple of votes right there, obviously. Still moving on, let's have a look at the defense. The formation is still the same. I know it's an irregular formation and a bit of a mad scientist sort of formation, but in game, it works fantastically. The defense is great. You've got your left mid and your right mid, in this case Sarko and Oxlade-Chamberlain, that always work back regardless of what their defensive work rates are. It always seems to be solid defensively. You can get caught out on a counter, but this formation is actually a thing of beauty. In real football, maybe it'd be a bit different, but let's just continue on anyway. We've got three centre-backs still. Liam Moore, our captain, is going to be moved to the left-hand side. In the middle is Matip. He's not the fastest centre-back, but he is, 6'5", and can play as a CDM, and has great technical attributes as well. I mean, they're fantastic. For a centre-back, that is. And then we have yours, Okor, as well. Skill attributes, not fantastic. Great physical attributes for a CDM, good defending stats as well, and he's young with a good potential. This is another signing, another pre-contract signing that I was very happy about getting. Victor Wanyama, who is, again, just fantastic. All those skill attributes. He's got the strength and the size to be playing at that centre defensive midfield spot, and those technical attributes as well are sensational. Once again, those physical attributes. He's so well rounded. I think his lowest stat would probably be 61 apart from his goalkeeping. I mean, he's excelling in almost everything. Left midfield still stays the same there with Bakary Sarko. Our centre attack and mid, Barluli, who unfortunately didn't grow last season, but he did get 2 injuries that really stemmed his growth, unfortunately. Another right mid, a brand new one, Oxlade-Chamberlain, of course, who we got from Arsenal. He looks very good. We did play Stevanovic there, but Oxlade-Chamberlain, he does look terrific. And our top 3 look like this. We've got Julian Brand at the left wing, who's really shot up, about 4 in one season, which is terrific. Lacazette is our striker, the main man, and our right winger, Berardi, who we have now signed from loan for a future fee. He's now in the team full time. Our bench looks like this. We've got a new left back, Dodo, who obviously we don't have fullbacks in the formation, but he can play as a left midfielder, and he has high attacking work rates. And some of those skill attributes, look at that dribbling, look at the crossing, and all those passing and like short passing and stats and all that sort of stuff. And defending as well, he's fantastic and very well rounded. He's a fantastic young picker. Tyus Browning still in the team, although he does get dropped to the bench, unfortunately, but hopefully that won't stem his growth. It hasn't before. He grew like 4 or 5 in one season when he only played a couple of games. It was mad. We've got Stevanovic, who can play on both left mid and right mid, so that's fantastic. Bentelev is going to be a backup CDM, and we've also got Adrian, who's the backup centre attacking mid. And the other 2 subs, we've got Niang as the other right winger, and then we've got Zardes, the backup striker, who again, unfortunately, still didn't really grow by much. It's a bit disappointing, but he's just a very good player. But I'm probably, I'm just disappointed. And I won't go through all of them because there are plenty there, but they are the reserves as well. The rest of the players in the team, that will definitely be rotated, and I'll try to get games in. There are still some very good young players in that side, and definitely players that I'd make sure that I either loan them away or try to give them games when I can. But that's a very, very good reserve side right there. And still with a focus on the players, let's have a look at the players that I've transfer listed and sent away for loan, or at least loan listed. I've only got 5 players that I'm really interested in actually removing from the club and selling. We've got Callum McGregor, who we got from Celtic, who hasn't really grown by much, and he's now getting on. 24 years of age right there. We've got Berardi, but not the right winger. We've got Gaetano Berardi, who's been there from the start. A decent right back, but now we've got plenty of depth in that spot, so we're good. We've got Kasper Sloth as well. We've got plenty of central midfielders now, and he is, again, 25 years of age, a little bit getting on, 72 rated, just falling behind the level of the team. We've got Belushi now, who's 27 years of age and 69 rated. definitely too old and not going to get anywhere better than that. And Liam Cooper, unfortunately, who's now 25 and 70 rated, he's got a mid-70s potential, but he's not really fulfilling that in time, and he's probably going to go too. And these are all players that I'm loaning. Some of them I'm giving maybe one more season to hopefully really shoot up, and we'll see. But here we go. We've got Serge Gnabry, who I'm going to be loaning away if possible. Lewis Gauld, who is one of the players that we got from the Youth Academy, as was Rene Hawkins, who played one game, who's got very good stats, but probably not good enough to get consistent games. We've got Giardine Zalalim, who I've been loaning away from the start, unfortunately. He hasn't grown an awful lot. We've got Adam Armstrong, who really hasn't grown at all, unfortunately. Zan Benedictic, Timo Huback, whatever, who's just a terribly rated player, but I just want to see how he grows in one season, because he's meant to have a great potential. And then Alex Moat. And finally, before we advance, one last thing I promise, we've got the shortlist, and these are all of the players that these are a mix of players. These are players I could get on pre-contracts, and a mix of players that I'm looking to get right now. Some are free agents, for example, this one, and some of them are players I'm going to try to inquire for. You know, the whole try to find a young player that's not extremely highly rated, but still pretty decent, playing for a really big club, and is either loan listed or probably wouldn't be getting a lot of games, and you can normally get them on the cheap. And we'll go through those players right now. I'm going to offer this bloke a contract because he looks fantastic, 19 years of age, good goalkeeper, so I'd like to get him in. Gaudino's another player, another CM that I might be interested in trying to sign up. This next left mid will be a bit of a struggle for me to try to pronounce, but Judes, whatever, we'll try to get a proper pronunciation if we can get him, but he looks like another left mid, backup left mid I might be interested in getting, a younger player there. Ryan Gauld, he's another player I'm very interested in maybe inquiring for every now and again, but I'm actually going to try to do it this season. Old Sheik, I believe that's how you pronounce, I'm not too sure, again, still a bit struggling, but he looks like he's now gotten a little bit older. He was like 16, super young at the start of this career mode, but now he's gotten a little bit older, and we'll see how he is. And the final one's another left winger, and that's actually Ricardo Kishna, so I'll see how that will be. Interesting. I don't know why, but I think he's got some very good stats, and he'd probably be about mid-70s, maybe low 70s, but 22 years of age now, just a little bit older, not... he's still a little, he's just gotten a little bit older. And I got this weird feeling that he probably wouldn't be getting that many games for Barcelona, so there might be a chance there, but we'll see. All those players I just mentioned, I'm scouting at the moment, so I'll inquire for them in a few days maybe. But one thing I'll do really quickly, I've got one free agent, and the first free agent that I'm actually going to sign in this series, and I'm just going to go and approach him because I think I've got a pretty good idea of what he is. He wants 20 grand, 4 years, and you can also tell the overall and how good a player is by how much wage they want as well. And with goalkeepers, you only have 5 stats you really need to look at. So I think he should be terrific. So I sent Crescenzi an offer, so we will advance now, hopefully hear back from him, and hopefully in a few days get some really good stats on some of those players and then make those inquiries. And we've got a declined offer because he wants to know the squad role. That happens. And we also get notice that Getafe are also interested in him. That would suck. We really want to get him. Get him a squad role, something that he's okay with. Let's just go with squad rotation. I think that's probably... yeah, squad rotation. Oh, please sign. Advancing, still advancing. What do we get? Oh, fuck off. Come on, really? I've been informed that free agents have accepted a bid of 0. That makes no fucking sense. And we're certainly not getting rid of this man. I think this guy's is key to my success. And we're rejecting all offers for him too. I know that we could get him for about 126 mil. But there's a difference between selling Alexander Cochrane for like 100 million and selling Lacazette for 100 million. So it looks like Crescenzi's been poached. We're not going to hear anything back from him, are we? Negotiations over. You fucking son of a bitch, mate. You've decided to go to some shit Spanish club instead of coming to an English club in the Premier League doing real well and playing Champions League. You tossbag. Okay, fine. Well, that now means that we don't have... fuck. I was hopefully going to sign him and then he'd be my backup goalkeeper because now, after Stuart Taylor retired, we now don't have another goalkeeper. But don't panic. If something happens to Silvestri, we do have the youth academy striker, goalkeeper that's meant to be low 70s and a very high potential, Maxime Lumanta. But I've got this thing, this policy, like you don't sign players out of the youth academy until they say they want to be a first team player or they want to get signed. So here we go. We've gotten a couple of reports back for a few of my players and another transfer offer for a player I'm looking to loan in Serge Gnabry. And he goes to Derby. She'll get games there. Boom. Turns out he was 74 rated as well. Fuck, we've missed out big time. Shit. Oh well, hopefully we get a goalkeeper that's about the same overall and hopefully maybe even about a year or two, or not even 2, about 3 years younger. But we've already got pretty good ideas of what these players' stats and overall are. So I think I'm now ready to inquire for all of those players. We get another transfer offer, this one for Giardine Zalalim for Real Madrid. How many games is he going to get at Real Madrid? Fuck. But fine. We'll just submit because sometimes if you pass on a loan offer for a certain player, sometimes that player just will not get another loan offer. So I don't care if it's at Real Madrid. Hopefully he gets some games, please. And now I've just checked the inquiry for Guedes or whatever. That should be that should be great. If I've gotten it right, squad rotation player, 50 grand a week, that should be, for 1.6, that should be, I think I've found one. I thought about decreasing it to like 1.5 or something like that, but I'm just going to play it smart. Yeah, that should be, I think that's a bargain right there. We've got old Shig. That should also surely be a bargain unless he has absolutely bombed his potential. Ricardo Kishna, that is absolutely a bargain. That's the biggest one so far. And then Ryan Gauld, that probably is actually his value. Maybe a bit cheaper. Future player, 35, 71 rated, 1.3, that's nice. Although CM is probably the one position that we're really, really sorted on. And I don't really know if I'd play him as a CDM or as a centre attacking mid. He seemed like a pretty decent player to try to get on your books, but maybe I'll just move past him and we'll go on with these next three. So let's offer for old Sheik right there. Let's offer for Ricardo Kishna. That should be a great one. And the final one, Ryan Gauld, 3.7. I think that is worth less than what he's actually worth. So we should be getting we should be getting him on the cheap there too. 4 years, 50 grand. Again, please don't offer a squad role and then come back at me and say that someone else is trying to sign you and then we lose him, because that would fucking suck. We've already had that happen once. We missed out on a really good goalkeeper. Thankfully, I see nothing but transfer offer accepted. That's great. I will just go ahead and offer contracts for all of these players, and I'm looking at their salaries and I'm seeing that they're worth a bit, but we now they've got very high salaries, especially Kishna. For the value that, or for the inquiry offer that, the inquiry value that we've gotten back, for him to be 70 grand and only having to pay less than $1 million for him is something else. It's real good. We're getting some really good players on the books. Hopefully we can get them before the game against Torino. Final scout report done. Contract offer accepted, contract offer accepted, contract offer accepted, and a final scout report. Sweet, cool. Well, I'm now just going to go ahead and sign all these players, I reckon, except for Guedes as well. Yep. Oh, really hope that's his name. And we'll accept for Old Sheik as well. Confirm. Boom. Okay, mate. You're a future first team player at Barcelona. Let's at least give you a squad role, or at least a squad rotation player role. And surely that should be fine. And now we've got this little friendly against Torino. So I'm going to simulate that one. No problem, hopefully, there. I'm putting out my strongest side, and in these friendlies, hopefully that doesn't mean... We've had so many fucking injuries in the... Oh my god! Are you mad? It's the first game. It's the first fucking game. The very first fucking game. Oh my god. Oh my god. How many fucking injuries do you want to give us, you cunt? Thank you so much, Ricardo. That's nice. Right. Oh my god, Matip. Fuck me. God damn it. Alright, well, you're going to have to get thrown out. We'll put in Browning. While I'm here, I'll tell you what, I'll go through my first couple of signings with you. Here we go. Bilal Old Sheik ended up turning out to be 72 rated. That's fantastic. He's got those nice little stats, and he's nice and young, of course. A little maestro. Well, hopefully he'll turn out to be. We've got a look at some of those mental and physical attributes. They look to be okay. Not great stamina and strength, but he's not a player that I'd start very often anyway. We've got a couple of nice skill attributes there, but it's the potential that we're getting him for, isn't it? He should end up being a terrific young player, hopefully in a few seasons. And we are still going on for a few seasons. Next one that we picked up is Goncalo Guedes. Shit, I fucking need to get these names down. Okay, he's pretty consistent across the board when it comes to his physical attributes. And then you've got his skill attributes, and it's pretty much the same there as well. Very nice stats there. Obviously, the only bad things there are his, are his defending, and unfortunately, his long pass. That's about it. Everything else is at least 60 or higher. Now for this little beauty, Ricardo Kishna. This is probably the best piece of work and the best piece of business that we just did. And he has actually taken Zardes out of the substitutes. Zardes is now in the reserves, and probably, even though I love him, whatever the word is, I don't know. I think what I was trying to say is that I love him to bits, but I'm not going to let sentimental value get in the way here. We've got Ricardo Kishna that can play on the left wing if we need him now. And we've also got Niang, who can play on the right wing. Niang can't play on either side, unfortunately, but he can play as a striker as well. So there you go. We've got a backup striker. It's not Zardes anymore. It's now Niang, who can also play at the right wing spot if we need him. And the final signing that we made is Ryan Gauld from Sporting Lisbon, I believe. And he's actually thrown out Adrian and put him in the reserves. And now he gets a spot on the bench. Ryan Gauld, he now becomes our backup centre attacking mid, who again can play as a left or a right winger. So I guess that's the team now. Slightly weaker, but what can you do with the unfortunate injury to Joel Matip, unfortunately, who I really wanted to see him go. Now this is a bit of a personal dilemma for me right here. I'm going to send away my star youth academy player to the team that I am supposed to fucking despise, being a Newcastle supporter IRL. I'm not going to let that get in the way though. There may not be another loan offer for him. And I want to make sure he gets as many games as possible and grows, even if it is for Sunderland. And if you're wondering, no, I didn't learn from my mistakes. I have refused to make another team lineup with just shit players and throw them, or at least reserve players. I just don't expect a player to get injured every fucking game. Can you do that for me? Let alone Matip, who probably got injured in the first couple of minutes. Skip. No injuries. Yay, we drew, but oh well. And now we advance a few more days to the final friendly, and then we'll keep advancing until the hopefully first game of the Premier League, or whatever game it is. And now this is a player that we're looking to sell. Here we go. 69 overall, 27 years of age, 1.2 million. They want him for $1 million, but I'll happily get rid of him because surprisingly, we've actually got a lot of players on our list now. We've got about 40 out of the 42 that you're actually allowed to have. So selling him now frees up space. Oh, for the love of God, please. We're not hoping for 2 injuries in 3 games here, and you have got to be fucking kidding me. And moving on. Another sale. Again, less than what he's worth, but I'll be happy to part with him there. Look at his morale. I just have not been playing him, unfortunately, and he's a right back that can't play out to right mids. And we're not even playing a formation with fullbacks. He's really just become super redundant, so we will offload him too. But first up, a player that we're looking to loan here. This is the player that he's already grown by 1. We've played 3 games and he hasn't even played 1, and he's already grown. That's not bad. He's a terrible, terrible player, but he's got the 80 plus potential. So I'm going to give him 1 season and see if he can be a freak and grow by a shitload. For his sake, hopefully he can. 4 more days left to go. 3 more days left to go. A notification. Can we discuss wages? I don't know, son. Are you going to keep letting in all these fucking shit goals like you have done? We have a Community Shield final. The first piece of silverware that we could get comes in the first game. But that will be in the next episode anyway, guys. So, thank you so much for watching this one. Taking care of transfer business. Looking pretty good. Making the team even stronger. I tell you what, Chelsea were a tough team last season. We were able to win 1 game and we lost the other. Can we get the right result against them in the Community Shield and win the first piece of silverware in the first game? That'd be sick. But until the next one, guys, my name's MasterBucks, and have a good one. Bye-bye.